So I burned up the clutch on my AC compressor. I have a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland Edition, and I'm going to take you through the steps that I'm taking to fix it. Hope this helps. Okay, here's the parts that I purchased so far. I got an entirely new compressor. Includes the clutch, everything. To get the warranty, they wanted you to buy an accumulator and expansion valve. It's that over there. I also went ahead and purchased a belt. This mine was got a little chewed up. It wasn't broken, but it got a little chewed up when the compressor froze. So when the clutch froze, so I went ahead and bought that. Also, gonna need to have the vacuum so you can pull your lines clean. It was only 15 bucks at Harbor Freight. It wasn't too bad. And then I went ahead and got the better kit with the AC gauges. So when I fill it, I can make sure it's the right pressure. About $500 worth of parts. Pretty expensive, but got 170,000 miles on my vehicle, so it probably needs it. Okay, obviously you have to take the belt off. There's 3 bolts on the compressor holding it in. There's also the wire that controls the clutch. I went ahead and removed this bolt here to make it easier to take that off, but not necessary. Also, if there's any residual pressure in your lines, as soon as you crack these 10mm bolts, it's going to come spewing out, so you have to be ready for that if you haven't vacuumed your system out properly. So just be mindful of that. You can put a towel around it or something like that. It's a real mess if you don't do it the right way. I'm not showing that part because technically it should be done in a shop where they can collect the refrigerant the appropriate way. There are 3 bolts. These ones on the front are 15s, and this one on the back here is a 13. So 2 15s and a 13 to get the compressor out. Okay, once those bolts are removed, the compressor sits pretty snugly on the brackets here on the right hand side. So I'm not a He-Man, so I took a pry bar and pushed on a little bit, and that gets it to move where it needs to go. I may end up taking off this manifold here if I have to, but I probably will be able to get it out without removing that. Okay, so I did not need to remove the intake here. So what the trick was is just loosen up. This is a number 15 as well. Just loosen up this little bracket, and by sliding that down, you can pop the compressor to the side a little bit, and it comes right out. So pretty simple. Okay, the next thing I did was I went ahead and moved over this connection plate. It's a 6mm hex head. They come out, they're in pretty tight off the bat, so it takes a little bit of force, but once they're loose, they're real loose. Just so you know, there's no fluid that's going to spill out, or shouldn't be any fluid that is spilling out. At least I had it pretty level, so I didn't have an issue with that, but I'm going to go ahead and put this back together now. Okay, I mentioned earlier that this little clip, you might not have to take it off, but I was looking further, and yeah, you got to take it off because it's got to come with this. Looks like it's just a little flathead, pulls out, no big deal. Just thought I'd mention it. Okay, reassembly went pretty smooth. I went ahead and put that bolt in down there first. Again, that's a 15, and it just rotates into place. You slide it in, rotate a little bit clockwise, and it should fit in smooth. Over here, also a 15 again. Don't forget to put this bracket up here in place before you tighten the bolt down. And then this is a 13 again. Went in without any issues. Went ahead and snapped this back together here. So so far no problems. Now if you were just replacing the compressor, theoretically you could put your hoses back on, repressurize, or vac out the system and go from there. But I have 2 other parts I got to do yet. So okay, I got everything connected up there, bolts tightened up. I don't have the tension amounts, but went ahead and put the belt on already. It's a 15mm bolt on the tensioner pulley. Typically right here, Here's your belt diagram. If it wore off, there's a picture of it just in case you need it. So I went ahead and did that. I still got to put those other parts on back here, and looks like maybe it's a 13 millimeter. Not sure yet.